Hey bobbleheads, MyScrum here. Please excuse my crazy hair and please enjoy this vlog, which honestly the content may or may not interest you, but I hope that you'll keep an open mind because it's the first time I'm going to do a vlog like this, and I just hope it goes well. I don't know. I'm intrigued by what I'm about to talk about, and I think you will be too. Basically, what I am about to talk about, since I set it up like that, is I'm about to talk about 5 different topics suggested, well, requested by my top 5 Patreon supporters. So last month or recently, I announced that I have a Patreon now, and basically you can donate money and there are perks that come along with that, and you can get discounts on merchandise from my Spreadshirt store, or you can get access to the special Discord role or whatever. But the top level of Patreon supporters get to ask me to talk about something that they want me to talk about, and it can be anything. And this week I have 5 different topics from my top 5 supporters who are at that top level, and I'm just gonna tell you about what they asked me to talk about, and just ask you to keep an open mind and maybe check it out, because I think some of this stuff is really interesting. All right, so the first Patreon supporter that I've got here is Michael Bob the Troll King Crabtree, also known just as Bob the Troll King. I think that's his username that he goes by. But yeah, Bob asked me to talk about Mother's Day. He said that 2 years ago, he lost his dad, and after that happened for Bob, Mother's Day took on a whole different meaning. And honestly, I can't imagine what that's like, because I have not lost either of my parents yet, but I gotta believe it's hard, and I gotta believe it changes your perspective on the world. And what Bob said is just do a shout out to Mother's Day, because he's got a very close relationship with his mother. And if I could, he asked me to say some specific stuff. He asked me to say family and friends are the most important thing that you will ever have. And give your parents or your loved ones, your grandparents, give the people that are important in your life a call and let them know that you appreciate what they did for you. Because, well, he didn't say this, but I'm gonna say I totally get this. I know when I was younger, when I was in college, and when I was kind of a teenager, and then a young 20-year-old kind of kid, I like my parents. I love my parents. I love hanging out with them, but I took them for granted, definitely. I could have gone and visited them way more than I did, and it's easy to just be like, yeah, I want to have fun. I'll hang out with my parents later. But the older I get, I mean, I'm only 26, but the older that I get, the more, I guess, mature that I get. You guys can judge that if you want. The more I realize how much I really do appreciate everything that my parents gave up for me, everything that they did for me, and how much I should let them know what that means to me. Because I'm sure that they have faith that I love them, because I say that and I talk to them, and they're pretty sure I'm grateful. Maybe, but I don't say it enough. I haven't said it enough over the course of my life. I still don't say it enough. I am grateful, and I hope that if you really think about it, you have people in your life, whether it's your parents or someone who raised you or a friend that you're just really close to, that you're grateful for everything that they've done to you or for you. So yeah, that first one, a really nice message, and I totally get it. Bob the Troll King says, call your parents, call the people that are important to you. The next message here that I've got for you guys is from Curious Little TT. She is a very generous Patreon supporter, and she has asked me to talk about her friend's YouTube channel called MultiPurpose Gaming. And I checked out the channel, and it's basically, it seems like, I think 2 of them are a couple. They're married, I think. And then there's a third guy who just sort of hangs out with them and plays video games. But there are 3 of them. They sit down together, they play video games, and they just talk about, either they talk about the game or they talk about life. Because sometimes they get off on tangents, but they just have a good time. And honestly, they put out really consistent content, like every day, sometimes multiple videos a day, and they put out really entertaining content. They're interesting people. They all have different perspectives, and they always have something to talk about. So yeah, they've got 160 videos right now, and they're putting out new stuff like almost every day, basically. At least like 4 or 5 videos a week, it seems like. So yeah, the link for them will be in the description below. MultiPurpose Gaming. I checked it out. I thought they were pretty cool. Curious Little TT thinks they're pretty cool. And if you're interested, you should go check it out. All right, next up on the list of topics for today is another YouTube channel, but this is unfortunately, this is a very fresh YouTube channel. So this is from Patreon supporter Saisei, I hope I'm saying that right, also known now as Larry Zor, because he actually had a YouTube channel until just recently that was doing really well. He was posting regular videos. One of his most recent videos on the old channel was a 1,500 subscriber celebration video where he ate a spoonful of curry powder, which sounds disgusting, and but unfortunately he got like a copyright strike. I'm not exactly clear on what happened, but basically that channel is dead. And so he's starting a new channel. Larry Zor, his new handle. The link is in the description below. It will be clearly labeled. And basically what he did before was horror games, indie games, small games. He would do Let's Plays with commentary, and he would sort of freak the fuck out at the scary moments. Basically. And yeah, he's an entertaining dude. I checked out his channel. Obviously, I checked out his old channel where he had the vlog celebrating 1,500 subscribers, and he had a lot of videos uploaded. His new channel appears to have a lot of his videos re-uploaded, so that's good that he's at least got them saved and he's putting them on the new channel. But it would be really awesome if you go and check him out, and if you find him entertaining, if you find him funny or enjoyable to watch, to subscribe and help him start basically from scratch. I think he had less than 100 subs, down from what he did have 1,500 on his old channel, so that's unfortunate. When that happens, that is frustrating, I gotta believe, and it's just too bad. But starting over, fresh Larry Zor, check him out, link is in the description below, and if you like him, subscribe and watch all of his videos. The next Patreon supporter that I'm gonna be speaking for is Christine Butcher, and she asked me to talk about her boyfriend. Basically, he has severe arthritis. He's been diagnosed, and it makes it really difficult for him to work, do anything physical. I mean, arthritis makes it painful to move. I don't know the details, but when you say severe arthritis, so bad that you can't work, you can't have a job, sounds like it's very painful. And what Christine asked me to talk about is that he's actually got a GoFundMe page right now. Obviously, he's not able to work because of his arthritis. He's not able to make money because of his arthritis. So the GoFundMe is just, if you're generous and you're looking to donate money, this is a cause that Christine would like you to support, to help him pay his bills, to help him have food on the table and everything like that. So the link for that is going to be in the description below. It's a GoFundMe page for Josh. The link is down there. And if you want to check it out and read his story and see what's going on with him, I recommend it. Just go check out the link. The story is much more clearly laid out on the GoFundMe page itself. The final topic for this blog comes from Melanie M. Bader. And what Melanie wants me to talk about is the Joyful Heart Foundation. And this is a nonprofit organization that was actually founded by an actress that was like the star of CSI Special Victims Unit or something. She was a star of a show that dealt with a lot of rape and sexual assault cases, basically. It was fictional, but it was based on, real things that happen, sexual assaults and things that happen in the real world. And this actress played this part on the show where she was dealing with women and men, I guess, too, probably. I haven't actually seen the show, but she was dealing with people who had been victims of assault and sexual assault and had these dramatic things happen to them. And then she started suddenly receiving fan mail from real people telling her about experiences that they had, saying that watching this show and watching her help these people deal with issues and talk about things and come to terms with all this crazy, horrible stuff that happened to these TV characters, help these real people deal with real issues. And that was the point where this actress realized, there's sexual assault happening every day. It's a problem that people are trying to deal with on their own. They have to try and process the emotions that go along with that, as well as the fears and the other feelings that come. And she just finally said, you know what? there needs to be an organization whose purpose is to help people who have been victims of sexual assault and of rape deal with and process and move on with their lives. Move on from this traumatic event that has happened in their life. And so that is basically, I don't know if I'm saying it in the best way possible, but the mission of the Joyful Heart Foundation is just to start a dialogue with people who have been victimized and help them process the feelings that they're having, that they're dealing with, and move on with life. It's a great mission, and Melanie told me that this is just something it's very close. The mission and what this organization does is very close to her and her family. And there's a link down below to the Joyful Heart Foundation's website. If you want to donate, I'm sure that financial donations are always useful, but this is also something to just be aware of, because you never know who you might know, who you know, or who a friend of a friend knows who might really benefit from this organization. Or maybe you or your family will need something from Joyful Heart Foundation. God forbid. The Joyful Heart Foundation is a great organization with a great mission, and I'm happy to bring it to you guys to start a dialogue about this and to just let you know that it exists. I'm happy to talk about this on behalf of Melody, and I hope that you found it interesting. And I hope you found all of these topics interesting, because that brings me to the end of this vlog. I talked about some YouTube channels, talked about telling your parents that you're grateful, or whoever is important in your life. Talked about helping out a guy who is in just a tough medical situation, and talked about the Joyful Heart Foundation. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to my generous Patreon supporters: Michael, Bob the Troll King, Crabtree, Curious Little TT, Sai, Christine Butcher, and Melody Invader. You guys rock, because your generous support through Patreon it lets me do what I want to do. It lets me make the YouTube content that hopefully people are enjoying, and I just could not be more grateful. And thank you to all the rest of the Patreon supporters too. Every one of you who supports me through Patreon or through donations on streams, it helps immensely. You have no idea how much it helps to know, okay, there's this money coming in that I can use to pay the bills and to buy groceries from Patreon or from other donations, and I don't have to worry about, like, God, I hope I get views so I make enough money that I can pay the bills this month. It has a huge impact on my life, and I just can't say thank you enough to you guys. So thank you for watching this vlog. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you have any thoughts. Let me know in the comments if you if you donated or if you subscribe to the YouTube channels. I'll read them. I'll be in there. I'll be responding to you guys. That is going to be it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for everything. I said thank you so much already, but I can't say it enough. As always, this has been MultiPurpose, and I'll see you in the next one. Car. This is like the driftiest car that's ever drifted. Oh, too fast, too furious. Too Fast, Too Furious, Tokyo Drift, all of those other movies that are car movies. I did it. Combo times 4, baby. All right, come on. Keep that combo, keep that. No, I was drifting. What do you want from me? I was doing it. Come on. Yeah, oh yeah.